feel fine. Discovery Houston, press to ATO.
Liftoff of mission 41D. The first flight is over Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower.
3, 2, 1, 0, 0.
Go and throttle up. Discovery's 4 computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Test, test, test. Let me know how we sounding, y'all. Let me know how we sounding. Test, test, test. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Market's been kind of slow this week. Been some decent moves still here and there, but markets have been overall slow this week. We're going to see things are going to change going into today because we do got FOMC popping off at 2 p.m. today. Most likely going live with the members during this. I got to double check my schedule, but most likely going to be going live. I'll let y'all know, members, after this live stream, whether or not we're going to be going live today during the afternoon. And then looking at tomorrow, we got a bunch of news popping off. We're going to be live during a few of those news events. And Friday, we got news popping off in the New York session as well. So again, game plans like usual. We're just waiting for volume and a confirmation to be met. We caught a nice move yesterday and a little bit last night with G. Still very choppy, but we ended up hitting like TP6 last night, something like that. We see price retracing back kind of where we left off yesterday at London session. So the game plan is still the same. We're going to be looking for sells on G, and as long as it can continue to hold 12.10 as resistance, we can look for sells heading down to 11.20 and possibly down to 10.30. All right, y'all. Make sure I like the live or you'll hop up in here. If you're not already, make sure to subscribe. We're almost at 2,700 subscribers. We can get to that easily. Let me know how we sounding with the mic before we keep it pushing. Sound good? All right, perfect. What do I think about gold? I'm personally leaving gold alone, right? I wouldn't really mess with gold unless it retraces. The reason for it is just like we were talking about, I think it was either yesterday or on Monday, gold's making all-time highs. So while it's making all-time highs, we don't really know as high as it's going to go, and it's still making new levels. So I'm just personally going to leave it alone. But we are in the uptrend, so I wish to look for buys, and the newfound support we have is at 25.06. But like I said, I'm personally leaving it alone for right now. And we can see prices just been consolidating and chilling all last night as well as yesterday. So gameplay is still the same from yesterday. We're going to be looking at possible NAS buys, possible GJ buys, as well as continued GA and GN sells. But again, like we talked about GA and GN, as you can see, literally all yesterday, all last night, price has just been consolidating, bouncing, hugging this level. So we're about to see if things are going to change today for us. You guys got any questions? Drop in the chat. We're looking at any questions up in the chat. But you already know the drill. We're just chilling, patiently waiting. Got a new video dropping for y'all at the beginning of the work session today, so be on the lookout for that. Are your level straight number intervals or based on supply demand? They're not straight number intervals, and they're kind of based on supply demand, support resistance, whatever you want to call them. But the key price levels that I've marked off at least 2 to 3 times a week, where I identify basically the levels that are going to work best for what I'm looking for. You know, if we're in an uptrend, downtrend, buys, sells, things like that. No problem. But yeah, I always enter and exit off these levels. Always enter and exit off these levels. Those just jumping in, we have not entered anything yet. These are just trade ideas. Make sure to hit that first link in the description. Join the free Signal free Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last month and last quarter. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourselves. Right now, like we talked about at the beginning of the live stream, we're just simply waiting for volume to pick up because as we see a majority of these charts, price didn't do a damn thing yesterday. Now, again, we do got FOMC popping off today, so we might see some action either, if not during New York session, after the news, going into Tokyo, and then, you know, London session the next day. So we're simply just waiting for volume to kick in and our confirmation to be met. Even with the GN sell that we broke down and entered during yesterday's live stream, we hit multiple TPs, but you can see it was very, very choppy. Very, very, I don't want to say a rough trade, but I guess it's a lack of volume. Nothing we can really do about that. But we ended up hitting like TP6 last night before Tokyo session started. We ended the day when markets closed. New York session hitting TP4, but we got a couple more TPs last night. So we caught more than 41 pips, but at the time when, you know, markets were closed, that's how many pips was up. Didn't take a trade on Monday because, again, markets were just super slow. And as far as how we ended last week we went 4-0. There was a 100% win rate. So we took 0 losses last week. You can see this by scrolling to August 18th. Make sure, by the way, to check out the Sunday chart analysis. A lot of charts are slowly but surely going as projected. Like you always hear me say, it doesn't just go over what I see price doing Sunday night going into Monday, but it goes over what I see price doing throughout the entire week. We drop this at the beginning of the week every single Sunday. You look at last week's Sunday chart analysis, a lot of charts went as projected, as well as all the trades we took. We went over during the Sunday chart analysis, as well as every day during the London session lives. We also entered a couple of those trades during the London session lives, just like we entered the GN setup during yesterday's live stream. So make sure to check all that stuff out. We've been killing this month and killing the year, honestly, overall. If you scroll to August 1st, you'll see how we ended July. July, we went 16-5, getting a 76% win rate. You click right here, it'll take you to the first week of July. Everything's dated, timed, and documented. You can see how we ended June 13-3. And if you go to July 2nd, you'll see how we ended quarter 2. April, we went 16-4, catching 69,396 pips. May, we went 15-4, catching 47,957 pips. And then June, we went 13-3, catching 1,006 pips. In the quarter, 44-11, giving us an 80% win rate, catching a total of 118,359 pips. And again, I messed up on, you know, highlight and chain there, but we just simply scroll up to, you know, how we did the June recap. You click there, it's going to take you to the first week of June. And then you can just keep on going down the list. You can see how we ended April, 80% win rate. You just want to keep on clicking, it's highlighted. Post, you just keep on taking it month by month or week by week, depending on which one you do click and take a look at. And then if you scroll to April 4th, you'll see just like on your screen how we ended, the next quarter, the quarter after that, the quarter after that. So this is how we started off the year. Into quarter one, 53 or 4, 93% win rate. And you just keep on clicking these. It'll literally take you to how we even ended last year. So as you can see, we've been averaging high 80, high 90% win rates, not just on a quarterly level, but also a monthly and weekly basis. So make sure to check out first link in the description, free stream, free Telegram. If you go to photos, there's over 1,000 photos of receipts on receipts on receipts as well. Make sure to check that out and explore. But again, right now, we're just simply waiting for volume. We don't control the market, so there's nothing we can do about what price is doing right now. We just got to know what the game plan is and wait for our confirmations. It's that simple, y'all. Make sure to like the live stream if you have not already and subscribe. We're almost at 2,700 subscribers. We can get to that easily. You guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. We're looking at your charts, drop them in the chat. But yeah, as you will see, we're just waiting for volume right now. It looks like GU is trying to wake up, but everything else is kind of just was stuck in place. When you get off YouTube Live, do stream for your Discord members. Not immediately after I get off this live. When I'm off this live, I'm off live for a little bit, but I do go live with the members at least twice a week during New York news events. And then every day, I drop a New York price watch list for the members, going over the trades we took during Tokyo session, London session, and the possible setups going into New York. But yeah, like I say this a lot. I know. I just recently started seeing you tapping into the live. So I'm assuming you just found me this week or last week. But yeah, I don't be on these. I don't be doing these 5-hour live streams, these 6-hour live streams. Like only reason why I'm live right now is to show y'all behind the scenes what I'm looking at, so y'all can kind of understand why I see what I see, why I go for the sets I go for, and also to answer y'all's questions. And also because again, we do take a lot of trades live, if it happens during the live stream. But after the live stream, I'm off. I'm off the computer. Like I don't even be on the computer like that. Like you be seeing those videos where they got these fancy setups where they got these 4 monitors. Like y'all don't really need that. All that stuff is just sparkles. Like, you don't need all that stuff. Like I'm always on the computer where I have meetings, one-on-one sessions, like members are making videos or doing this London session. After the London session live stream, mop the desk. I might have the laptop with me if I'm still at the crib. I got TradingView on my phone, so I got it on my app. I be out and about, you know what I'm saying? Depending on the day or the time, I could be working out, I could sleep, I could be outside, I could be in my bed, I could be on the street, traffic. I don't really be on the computer like that. Only time really on the computer is initially when I first doing my analysis, when I'm marking off my levels, things like that. But once I already know what my game plan for the day is, my levels are already marked off, so I have all these levels and stuff marked off even on my trading view app. So all I have to really do is just pay attention to when my confirmations are met, and I can enter the trade. Same thing with my brokers. I got the apps on my phone as well, so there's no reason for me to really, be at the desk all day and things like that. But I do go live twice a week during New York Lives with the members. We break things down, we watch the news, we answer questions, go over the trades we took during the week. And then every day during New York session, I drop the New York price watch list, just like we did yesterday. Again, you can see this, the GN trade. You can see TP6 ended up getting hit last night after, markets closed. And I'm going to scroll past it because SL hasn't got it hit, so there is a chance when volume picks up, it could come back and hit all the other TPs. So I'm simply just going to scroll past that. So y'all don't see the signal details, all that good stuff. And then this was how we ended Friday. Again, if y'all was on Friday's live stream, we'll talk about GU buys. Taking GU buys after the live stream ended. All TPs got hit. Again, New York price watch list, 8:33 a.m. We go to Thursday last week. You're going to see the same thing. We had this NAS buy. Before we took this NAS buy, we broke down the news, right? You see the link. We had news at 8:30, went live during the news, watched the news pop off and went crazy. And then after the news, we did the New York price watch list, and then we entered the trade. And by the way, if you haven't watched my video I dropped last week on how to trade news, I think it was last week. Time to be flying. I think it was last week. Yeah, it was last week. Make sure to check this out because the same exact rules, like I tell y'all, everything I say in these videos are things I literally be doing. So y'all watch this video, y'all follow these rules from this video. Y'all could have caught the same exact move because not only did we talk about this during the London session live before the news popped off, hours before the news, but after the news popped off, we broke it down and then we entered this NAS buy. Caught a huge, what was it, a huge 1 to 5 risk reward, I think it was. This was the trade right here. Yeah, nice 1 to 5 risk reward. Again, you can see the news popped off at 8:30. Then an hour later, we enter that buy, caught the rest of the move for the day. Nice 1 to 5 risk reward ratio. And then again, you can see the next day, we went live during the news as well. The price watch list. So again, literally every day I drop the price watch list, going over specific price points for entries and X's at, where I'm looking for buys, where I'm looking for sells, why I'm looking for buys, why I'm looking for sells. And I also update on the current trade you took or the current trade you're in, so y'all know what's going on in that trade and also what to expect throughout the New York session. We do this every single day. And if you join late, you can also see there's a pinned message. Not going to click those because that's going to give away the information on them. But also you have access to all the past, well, that's photos, that's for the videos. You have access to all the past New York Live, as well as all the past New York Price watch list. And if you really want to, you can even look at the stuff from last year or 2 years ago. Then you also members, make sure to watch the pinned video in the student and member group chat. It goes over how to properly calculate your lot size. So if you have not watched that video yet, make sure to watch that. I'm gonna bring this up. We got a new 15 about to pop up in a little bit. But we're just waiting for markets to wake up right now. Don't be too shocked or surprised with prices like this, even during New York session, because we do have FOMC. But we might see some action before FOMC pops off. But, we got to be prepared for both outcomes. Be prepared for both possible outcomes. There's no shock. There's no head scratching. There should be no frustration because we understand what's going on. And you're already prepared for what's going to happen and what's not going to happen. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok too, y'all. Y'all see it scrolling at the bottom of y'all screen. Instagram, playmaker_way. TikTok, _playmakerway_ underscore. After you give the signal for the entry and TP marks, do you edit any of the numbers after it's sent out? I'm not sure what you're talking about. So I send the signal, and then I put the TPs, and then I notify the members when TPs get hit. What's going on, JD? I see you up in here. Like, I'm not sure what you mean by okay, thanks, no problem. Yeah, I'm not sure what you meant by that, but like I said, like, let me pull one up. Like, y'all was on the live stream yesterday. We broke down GN and then we entered GN. You see the time here, 3:37 a.m. is when I sent the signal out. We go to GBP New Zealand. We go to 3:37. We can see the 3:30 candlestick right here. Let's move this out the way. We can see 3:45, 3:30. So when price was breaking this level, consolidating, that's when we took this trade. When we go to, these are old trades, by the way. Nobody take these setups. These are old trades. When we go to GU, this was Friday's trade. We go to 4:50 a.m. So you can see right here, this is the 4:45 candlestick. So we got the price retested and held this level of support. We entered this buy. You see what I'm saying? We look at this NAS trade, 937. By the way, a trade breakdown for this NAS trade is out, by the way. I dropped this last week for y'all. Make sure to check that out. We look at 9:37 a.m. Same date, 15th. We go to 9:30 candlestick. We see 9 o'clock. We see 9:15. We see 9:30. 9:37 would be in this 9:30 candlestick. So again, same thing. After the price broke this level, had a support. That's when we pulled the trigger and the signal was called. And so all this stuff's in real time. Again, those that just joined the stream, we're just waiting for volume. If you just look at your charts or look at the charts on my screen, you can literally see that volume is dead right now and price isn't doing a damn thing. It hasn't done a damn thing for the past few hours, right? This is the 15-minute time frame. So that means every 4 candlesticks represents an hour. Or if you just look at the time, you can see this was really 9 a.m. to right now, which is 3:30 a.m. We can see price has been hovering in the same spot. We look at GA, same thing. This was 10 a.m. Monday night, and this is 3 a.m. Wednesday morning, and price has been just stuck in the same spot literally all week, right? GN, this was 1 a.m., 3 a.m. yesterday. This was 9 a.m. yesterday. This is London session right now. So again, we see price has just been consolidating and hugging these levels. So again, we're just waiting for volume to kick in and our confirmations to be met. We do got news today at 2 p.m. for FOMC, so do keep that in mind as well. Yeah, we're just chilling, patiently waiting right now. New 5 minute just popped up. What are the two yellow dots in your chart? So you're talking about the lines, you're talking about the dots. I don't see any dots in my chart. If you meant lines, let me know, and I'll answer that question. I'm not sure what you mean by if you're actually talking about actual dots. Let me know what you're talking about. Let me know if you meant lines. You guys got any questions? Drop them in the chat. We're looking at your charts. Drop in the chat. These live streams are for y'all. And again, we're not just here just listening to this calming music. Pay attention to how price is or is not reacting to these levels. Because again, that's what we're looking at. We're actually looking at the charts for confirmations. So do pay attention to the markets as well. And while you're chilling in here, make sure to explore the channel. There's 4 huge playlists that are going to help you all out. We got the trade breakdown playlist with over 60 videos of back-to-back trade breakdowns, various buy setups, various sell setups, all trades I personally entered, and most of those trades also called and posted in the advanced play signal room. I explain from start to finish why we went for buys, why we went for sales, and then also break down, the confirmation I look for my entries, all that good stuff. And then we got the day trading tips playlist with over videos of back-to-back videos going over how to read the charts, trading plans, trading tips, trading psychology, all that good stuff. Then we have the how to trade news playlist where I have various videos going over the rules I use to trade news, and also some videos breaking down actual trades taken on news days. So make sure to check that out. And of course, there's the crypto playlist as well, where I drop at the beginning of every week on Sunday or Monday the weekly Bitcoin analysis. So make sure to check that out. I dropped this week's Bitcoin analysis on Monday. And I got another video lined up for y'all posting at the beginning of New York session today. So be on the lookout for that. Man, I got some coffee from this place. Man, this tastes like ass, bro. Like that's one thing about coffee is like you gotta get that good coffee, or like it has that terrible aftertaste. Y'all know what I'm talking about, because not all coffee be having that nasty aftertaste. Like coffee tastes like coffee, but when it's real nasty, like makes your your mouth like shrink, or like you had like a lemon or something. I don't know how to explain it. Y'all know what I'm talking about though. Still gonna drink it though because I bought this, but man, I'm gonna have to thug it out. New 5-minute just popped up. You say you see 2 yellow dots on the screen. Let me pull up YouTube. Unless you're talking about like the dots around my cursor, or if maybe I left some dots when I was using this arrow. You could be talking about that, or the dots on my cursor, or are you talking about these clocks? Because these clocks are my alerts. So this alerts when the price breaks a level. That's another reason why I don't be on the computer screen for hours, like you've seen all these videos of people doing, because I just have my alerts set in place, and then once price breaks past that level, it's going to send an alert to my bottom left screen. Okay, don't be shy. Okay, there we go. Makes a noise. Very obnoxious. And it lets me know, okay, time to hop on the charts. And it tells me what the chart is that I need to look at. I can even give it a title if I want to. I don't, because it's pretty self-explanatory why I have these marked off. But if you wanted to, you could give it a title like buys now, sells now, or whatever you want. But that's the only thing I can guess what you're talking about. It's either the cursor, these alerts, because on my phone screen, I guess you could say those kind of look like dots. Yeah, the only thing I ever have on my screen is my key price levels, my alerts, my buy and sell ideas, and sometimes I might leave like some of these lines and arrows on my screen. Audio staticky. Let me fix it. I probably tugged on my wire on accident. Give me a second. Test, test, test. Does it sound better? Let me see. Test, test, test. I think I pulled on my wire on accident. Yeah, I hear the static. Let me fix this real quick. All right, let me see if it sounds better. That's the thing with this mic. Why even tickle it? It messes up the audio. Test, test, test. Okay, sounds better now. If it gets static, you just let me know, and we'll do what we gotta do. It's sounding clear right now, though, so as long as I don't tug it, it should be fine. But if it messes up again, let me know. If it messes up again, let me know. And then sometimes exiting out and re-entering the stream fixes it as well. But just always let me know if the audio sounds messed up. We'll fix it ASAP. Oh, that's what you're looking at? Oh yeah, no problem. And y'all don't know how to set alerts. It's very simple. You just go to your horizontal line, you place it wherever, you can give it your favorite color, doesn't matter. And then you go to this clock where it says add alerts. And then you can say how you like to trigger it. I like to say once per bar because sometimes, again, price might retrace or touch it again, whatever. I like to personally do once per bar. And then you get, like I said, you can give it an alert name, you can give it a title, whatever you want. And then you place it wherever you want. And boom, now you see you have an alert. And then, yeah, wherever you place it, once price touches and breaks that level, even if it gives it just a kiss and then goes back the other way, it will notify you. So they come in handy. And a lot of times you hear them during live streams, especially during the live streams where we actually take setups. Because as we know, markets are going to do it what they're going to do when they want to. So sometimes I do like to try to sneak off, or we might get distracted, and in an instant, all it takes is 10 seconds for us to miss our entry. You know what I'm saying? Like we just had gold just alerted us. So now I'm about to take a look and see what gold's up. Oh, and you see gold just retested his level here. So again, if it wasn't where it's at, we could look for a possible buy. But again, it's still making all-time highs. But if gold can continue to hold 25.08 as support, you could see it come back up to the all-time highs of 25.30, which would be kind of a decent move. At least 1 or 2. So it's not like a terrible move to go for. But again, you see as soon as price retested that level. So if I was looking for a buy setup, now I'd be watching to see if it could hold this support. I'd be watching to see how this 5-minute 15 looks like, and then I could potentially pull the trigger here. So yeah, they definitely come in handy, especially when you're looking at multiple charts or volume's been super dead. Because again, like I said, I don't be staring at the charts all day. So let's say volume's super dead, like it was yesterday or even Monday. I alert, and as long as I hear the alert and I'm by my computer, you know what I'm saying, I just pull the chart out, see what chart just got alerted, and then I can look for a setup, wait for my confirmations, and pull the trigger. So it definitely comes in handy. Starbucks brand macchiato. I haven't had Starbucks in a minute. I used to go to Starbucks all the time. Back in the day. Audio's good now? Okay, bet. Those just joined the stream. We have not entered this yet. this trade idea, make sure to hit that first link in the description and join the free signal for Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last month and last quarter. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourselves. It was like GJ is about to try to do something as well. The reason why I'm not pulling the trigger on this GJ setup is because it's kind of been struggling right here. It got this level of traffic. And so it is whoops, what the fuck? It is technically bullish. But again, the goal isn't to catch every pip in the market. The goal is to go for high probability, high quality setups. So if I was to go for buys and for price to continue to uptrend, we'd have a higher success of price doing that if it could break above these next two levels, specifically 91.20. If we can hold that level back as support, we can see the uptrend as well as a new higher high get made. And where it's at currently, if it rejects these two levels, we can see the reversal and downtrend come back into play because we saw this big push up, and then for 3 days, price struggled to hold these levels as support. And we've been rejecting, treating them as resistance, as we can see here. This was that big GJ move from Thursday news. Again, you can see 830 when the news popped off, huge push to the upside. And ever since that huge push, these support levels have been being treated as resistance levels. Price has been struggling to push back up. So again, we could see that change today though. But again, I'm very picky with my setups. And missing a pip or two does not concern me. And that's the way y'all should be looking at charts as well. Never be in a rush to take a trade. Whenever you're looking at setups, don't just think, oh, it can do this or it could do that. Think about, okay, what's the likelihood of it doing it? And what's the likelihood of it going and continuing in my favor and direction? And when you start to ask yourself just an extra few questions before you enter a trade, you can avoid major losses or just messed up setups. I gotta charge my phone after this. Right here, we're going to be looking to see if GU can continue to respect 30.10 as support. If we continue to respect 30.10 as support, we look for buys going back up to 30.45. Same analysis we gave yesterday. But as you can see, after price hit this level, it rejected immediately. Again, we enter and exit off these levels. So if it can hold this support, we'll see we can break that high and they continue the uptrend. Again, price did a slow, but it's slowly but been going as projected since the Sunday chart analysis. But we ended the week last week catching these huge buys to the upside, continuing the uptrend. So now we're just waiting to see if volume can kick in and continue the push to the upside. All right, we just have and then we got GA popping off. So again, let us see if we can continue to respect this level as resistance. For the past 2-3 weeks, price was struggling to break the support level. And those I was in the live streams last week, y'all know, y'all heard me talk about all the time. First, let me make sure we're sounding good. I don't want to be sounding like the adult soft Charlie Brown. Y'all can't understand me. So let me pull up the live stream really quick. After this ad. But if I sound messed up, let me know. But anyways, price finally broke this level, but ever since it broke that level, it's just been consolidating. So if it can continue to hold 93.30 as resistance, we can look for sales going to 92.80 and possibly down to 92.25. Now, GN, again, stop loss did not get hit, but I got wicked out of this, and I might look for a re-entry depending on how price reacts here. The reason why I didn't just keep on holding is because, again, when you're trading, it's just like chess. And it's just like with trading, you have to think. I know that might sound like what do you mean you have to think? Like you have to literally pay attention and think, right? Again, it's all about probabilities. We're overall looking for, we know what our game plan is, but as we could all agree that just because we're looking for something, just because we enter a buy or enter a sell does not mean it's going to go in our favor, let alone go and hit every single TP. So there's questions you have to ask yourself while you're in a trade. A lot of these questions you do ask yourself, but due to in a moment, greed, FOMO, whatever the case may be, a lot of times we ignore these certain thoughts that come into our head. One of those thoughts, again, price was very low volume yesterday, very, very, very rangy, very, very, very wicky. So when price is showing a lack of volume and struggles on hour after hour to continue to go in your favor, you have to make a choice, and a thought has to come in your head. Does it look like price can continue to go in my favor? Or does it look like price might reject and go back to our intra hip stop loss? Now, one thing I always tell the members of students is you don't want to let winners turn to losers. So yesterday's a perfect example of that, right? We was up 40 pips. Last night we went up to like, I think around 60 pips. So if I'm up 40 pips or 60 pips and I see price struggling to continue to push to the downside, do you want to let all your profits disappear and possibly lose money instead of make money? Or do you want to secure some of those profits or just close the trade and come back the next day or next session where there's more volume or re-enter the setup? I don't know about y'all, but I'm here to make money, not make money and then lose money and then start back at zero, or make money and then be break even and make nothing. You know what I'm saying? So these are thoughts and these are things you have to think about while you're in trades. And yes, sometimes price can hit a TP, reject, and then fly and hit all TPs, but you don't know it's going to do that until it's actually doing it. Right? A perfect example is GU on Friday. Right? We hit this level here again while we have these levels marked off. And look what happened here when price hit this level. Rejected, came back to our entry a few hours later, then blew and surpassed all TPs. But does that do that all the time? No. Imagine you have the same mindset with G and trade yesterday. You could be potentially having your stop loss get hit, and you're probably about to shit yourself right now because you're like, oh my God, I was just up 40, 50 pips, and now I'm back at break even, and I might lose money instead of make money. Versus if you would have just got wicked out, watch the charts, you could have not only made some money here, right? You could have not only had a nice 1 to 2 risk reward ratio made here, so you could have made 2 times your risk here, got wicked out, then re-entered, and then had a nice 1 to 4 risk reward ratio made. So you could have made 2 times your risk on the first trade. The second trade, you could have made 4 times your risk instead of being in the ring around the rosy, you know, having your anxiety up, your blood pressure go up, and all that stuff. Trading does not have to be stressful. A lot of us just make it stressful. You know what I'm saying? But we got a new 15 about to pop up in a little bit. Let's see what this next 15 looks like. Let me go ahead and check my schedule while we're at it. Let me see what my meeting's looking like today. Members, don't forget to set up your one-on-one sessions. You have to set them up every week. All right, so make sure you use the link in the website I sent y'all to set up your sessions this week. Yeah, we'll go live for FOMC today. We're gonna go live. So we see GN still holding this low as resistance. So depending on what the next 15, the next hour looks like, I might re-enter that trade. We'll see. All right, y'all. Again, we have FOMC today at 2. So don't be too shocked or surprised if volume is dead going into New York session, or is dead until 2 o'clock. So do keep that in mind. Members, we're going to be going live during FOMC. We're going to break down GN as well as see what the news does or does not do. So be on the lookout for that link. We have a bunch of news popping out tomorrow as well. So during London session, we're going to see a few news events pop off. Excuse me. Yeah, so game plan is still the same. We're just again waiting for volume. Price is just ranging right now for the most part, hugging these levels. Shout out to everybody in the live. Make sure to hit that first link in the description. Join the free Signal free Telegram. Shout out to everybody that's been alive since the beginning. Shout out to everybody that's been alive since y'all joined. Got a new video dropping free at the beginning of New York session, so be on the lookout for that. And yeah, we're going to be back at it same time tomorrow, London session 3 EST.